Welcome to the lecture on inventory theory module 5. In this module, we will develop probabilistic inventory model with uniform demand and no setup cost. We will try to establish equivalence relationship between this model and probabilistic inventory model with instantaneous demand and no setup cost. As applications, we will solve some problem using these two models. Let us now proceed to develop model 8, which is uniform demand and no setup cost model. In this case, the type of problem is similar to that considered in model 7, except that the withdrawal from stock is continuous rather than instantaneous. The rate of withdrawal is assumed to be constant. We will first develop the model in continuous case. The basic assumptions of the model are as follows. We consider T as the scheduling period. The demand rate in a period T is constant. Lead time is assumed to be 0. Replenishments are instantaneous. Z is the stock level to which the stock is raised at the end of every period T. We consider X as the random demand in a period T. Fx is the probability density function for demand X. We consider C1 as the carrying cost or holding cost per unit time, and C2 as the shortage cost per unit time. This slide shows the inventory level variation over time. In the first figure, initially the inventory level was Z, and then since to meet up demand, inventory level decreases and ultimately it reaches to the level Z minus X after time T. And this figure actually denotes when X is less than equal to Z. When X is greater than Z, the second figure indicates the inventory level variation over time. So, inventory level decreases and then comes to 0 level after time Z T by X, where from where the shortage begins to occur, and shortage level increases until time period T minus Z T by X, where the shortage level is X minus Z. In this model, the demand occurs uniformly rather than instantaneously during the period T. Therefore, we have two possibilities. As we have mentioned, X is less than equal to Z or X is greater than Z. In case X is less than equal to Z, there is no shortage, only inventory. So, only inventory cost will be considered. Inventory holding cost is equal to C1 into half into Z minus X plus Z into T, which is actually the area into area of the trapezium into C1. Thus, after simplifying, we get the holding cost as half C1 into 2Z minus X whole into T. In the second case, both holding and shortage cost are involved. Holding cost can be obtained by considering the area of the triangle, and which is obtained as C1 by 2x into Z square into T, and shortage cost as C2 by 2x into x minus Z whole square into T. Therefore, the total cost is the sum of these two costs, that is C1 by 2x Z square into T plus C2 by 2x x minus Z whole square into T. Therefore, the expected average total cost is given by Cz equal to integral 0 to z c1 by 2 2z minus x into f x dx. This is for the case x less than equal to z, plus integral z to infinity c1 z square by 2x plus c2 into x minus z whole square by 2x whole into f x dx. This is for the case x greater than z. For optimum of Cz, the first order condition dc dz equal to 0 gives integral 0 to z f x dx plus z into integral z to infinity f x dx by x equal to c2 by c1 plus c2. We also checked that d2c dz2 equal to c1 plus c2 whole into integral z to infinity f x dx by x, which is greater than 0. This indicates that the optimum value of z satisfying the equation 1 actually minimizes the expected average total cost Cz. Now, let us consider an example. Let the probability density of demand of an item during a week be f x equal to 0.1 when 0 less than equal to x less than equal to 10 and f x equal to 0 otherwise. This demand is assumed to occur with a uniform pattern over the week. Let the unit carrying cost of the item in inventory be rupees 2 per week and unit shortage cost be rupees 8 per week. Then we have to determine the optimum order level of the inventory. Given that f x equal to 0.1 when x lies between 0 and 10 and C1 the holding cost is equal to rupees 2 per unit per week, shortage cost C2 equal to rupees 8 per unit per week. Using result 1, we get integral 0 to z 0.1 dx plus z into integral z to 10 0.1 by x dx is equal to 8 by 10. Simplifying, we get 3.3 z minus z log z minus 8 equal to 0. The solution of this equation is obtained by trial and error method as z equal to 4.5. Hence, the optimum order level of the inventory is 4.5 units. Now, we come to the discrete case. Here, the cost function is similar to that derived for model 8a. We simply replace integration by summation and f x dx by the probability p x. Then we get the cost function as C z equal to summation x equal to 0 to z C1 into z minus x by 2 p x plus summation x equal to z plus 1 to infinity C1 z square by 2 x plus C2 into x minus z whole square by 2 x whole into p x. For minimum of Cz, we require that z should satisfy the relation delta C z minus 1 less than 0 less than delta C z. We can difference under the summation sign if for x equal to z plus 1 C1 into z plus 1 minus x by 2 p x equal to C1 into z plus 1 whole square by 2 x into p x plus C2 into x minus z plus 1 whole square divided by 2 x whole into p x. We can check that for x equal to z plus 1, this relation is clearly satisfied. Therefore, we can find now the difference delta Cz is equal to C1 into summation x equal to 0 to z plus 1 minus x by 2 minus z minus x by 2 whole into p x plus C1 into summation x equal to z plus 1 to infinity z plus 1 whole square by 2x minus z square by 2x whole into p x plus C 2 into summation x equal to z plus 1 to infinity x minus z minus 1 whole square by 2x minus x minus z whole square by 2x whole into p x. After some simplifications, we get delta C z equal to C 1 plus C 2 whole into sigma x equal to 0 to z p x plus C 1 plus C 2 whole into z plus half into sigma x equal to z plus 1 to infinity p x by x minus C 2. Therefore, delta C z greater than 0 gives sigma x equal to 0 to z p x plus z plus half whole into sigma x equal to z plus 1 to infinity p x by x, which is greater than C 2 by C 1 plus C 2. Similarly, if we consider the condition delta C z minus 1 less than 0, then we get sigma x equal to 0 to z minus 1 p x plus z minus half whole into sigma x equal to z to infinity p x by x is less than C 2 by C 1 plus C 2. Now, combining the results given in 3 and 4, we get sigma x equal to 0 to z plus 1 p x plus z minus half into sigma x equal to z to infinity p x by x is less than C 2 by C 1 plus C 2 less than sigma x equal to 0 to z p x plus z plus half whole into sigma x equal to z plus 1 to infinity p x by x. Using the relationship 5, we can find the range of optimal value of z. Let us now consider an example for model 8b. The probability distribution of monthly sales of a certain item is as follows. Monthly sales are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and the corresponding probabilities are 0.02, 0.05, 0.30, 0.27, 0.20, 0.10 and 0.06 respectively. The cost of carrying inventory is rupees 10 per unit per month. The current policy is to maintain a stock of 4 items at the beginning of each month. Assuming that the cost of shortage is proportional to both time and quantity sought, we have to obtain the cost of shortage of one item for one time unit. In this problem, we are given that the optimal stock Z equal to 4 items. The carrying cost C 1 equal to rupees 10 per item per month, and the probability P x for sale x in each month is as follows. P 0 equal to 0.02, P 1 equal to 0.05, P 2 equal to 0.30, P 3 equal to 0.27, P 4 equal to 0.20, P 5 equal to 0.10 and P 6 equal to 0.06. The shortest cost C 2 is to be determined. For this, we use the relationship 5 as shown in the slide. Now, the least value of C 2 can be determined by letting C 2 by C 1 plus C 2 equal to sigma x equal to 0 to z minus 1 p x plus z minus half whole into sigma x equal to z to infinity p x by x. That is C 2 by 10 plus C 2 equal to sigma x equal to 0 to 3 p x plus 4 minus half into sigma x equal to 4 to 6 p x by x. Putting the values of the probabilities, we get C 2 by 10 plus C 2 is equal to 0.92, and this gives the least value of C 2 as 9.2 divided by 0.08, which is equal to rupees 115. Similarly, the greatest value of C 2 can be determined by letting C 2 by C 1 plus C 2 equal to sigma x equal to 0 to z minus 1 p x plus z plus half whole into sigma x equal to z to infinity p x by x. Putting the values of the given parameters, we find that C2 by 10 plus C2 is equal to 0.975, and this gives the greatest value of C2 equal to 9.75 by 0.025, which is equal to rupees 390. Hence, the required range of C2 is rupees 115 less than C2 less than rupees 390. We have just developed probabilistic inventory model with uniform demand and no setup cost. Here we have considered the continuous version and discrete version of the model. We now proceed to find an equivalent relationship between this model and the probabilistic inventory model with instantaneous demand and no setup cost. In order to establish the equivalence relationship, let us first consider the probabilistic inventory model with instantaneous demand. The expected total cost of the probabilistic inventory model with instantaneous demand is Cz equal to C1 integral 0 to z z minus x into f x dx plus C2 into integral z to infinity x minus z f x dx. From this expected cost function, we can find the optimum order level z star of the system by satisfying the relation integral 0 to z star f x dx equal to C2 by C1 plus C2, and this gives f z star equal to C2 by C1 plus C2, where f is the cumulative distribution function. Now, the expected total cost of the probabilistic inventory model with uniform demand is Cz equal to C1 integral 0 to z z minus x by 2 into f x dx plus C1 into integral z to infinity z square by 2x into f x dx plus C2 into integral z to infinity x minus z whole square by 2x into f x dx. And from this cost function, we can also find the optimum order level z star by satisfying the relation 0 to z star f x dx plus z star to infinity z star by x f x dx equal to C2 by C1 plus C2. The above equation can also be written as m z star is equal to C2 by C1 plus C2, where mz is equal to 0 to z f x dx plus integral z to infinity z by x into f x dx. And if we see the function f(z), it has some following properties. We see that m0 equal to 0 and m is non-decreasing, also m infinity equal to 1. This shows that mz satisfies all the properties of cumulative distribution function. The similarity of equation 6 and 8, where both f and m are cumulative distribution functions, suggests that the equation 7 can also be expressed in the form Cz equal to C1 into integral 0 to z z minus y my dy plus C2 into integral z to infinity y minus z into my dy, where my equal to dm by dy, with my as given in equation 9, and this gives my equal to integral y to infinity f x by x into dx. Hence, the probabilistic inventory models with instantaneous and uniform demands are equivalent. Now, let us consider an example how we can use this equivalence relation to solve some problem. In a probabilistic order level system with uniform pattern of demand, the density function is as follows: f x is equal to 1 by b square into x into e to the power minus x by b when x is greater than or equal to 0. We have to find the optimal order level of the above system considering the equivalent system of instantaneous demand. That means, we can find the solution of the problem by considering probabilistic inventory model with uniform demand, but the question asks that we have to first convert this problem into an equivalent probabilistic inventory model for instantaneous demand and then find the solution. So, for this we have my equal to integral y to infinity f x by x into dx, and which gives e to the power minus y by b by b. From the following relation, optimal value of z can be obtained. Integral 0 to z star my dy equal to c2 by c1 plus c2, which gives integral 0 to z star e to the power minus y by b into dy is equal to c2 by c1 plus c2, and this further gives z star equal to b log c1 plus c2 by c1. Let me discuss something about the buffer stock. In order to face uncertainties in demand as well as in lead time, sometimes an additional stock is maintained in inventory, which is called safety stock or buffer stock. In the figure, LT denotes the lead time and the solid line shows the average demand. If the demand during lead time is less than the average demand, then the dotted line denotes the inventory curve, and if the demand during lead time is more than the average demand, then the dotted line below the solid line shows the inventory path. So, if the demand during lead time is more than the average demand, some extra stock is to be maintained, and that stock is called the buffer stock, as shown in the shaded area. For an average demand and average lead time, the buffer stock is given by buffer stock equal to average demand into average lead time. When no stock outs are desired, buffer stock can be defined as maximum demand during lead time minus average demand during lead time. When demand varies and lead time is constant and an order for fixed quantity is ordered, the reorder level is set equal to the level of inventory required to satisfy the average demand during the lead time plus buffer stock. That is, reorder level is equal to average demand during lead time plus buffer stock. When demand rate varies about the average demand during a constant lead time period, the prediction of extra demand during lead time becomes difficult, and therefore, reorder level is defined as ROL equal to average demand during lead time into lead time. However, this policy of setting reorder level results in stock outs for about 50% time during lead time period. Thus, to avoid the chance of stock out to occur, a buffer stock would be needed, and reorder level is determined as follows: reorder level equal to average demand during lead time into lead time plus buffer stock. Buffer stock under normal distribution of demand. Let the lead time be fixed and D is the average demand during lead time, B is the buffer stock or safety stock, X is the random demand during lead time. Suppose that the demand during lead time follows a normal distribution with mean x bar and standard deviation sigma x. Buffer stock depends on the service level required by the organization. The 95% service level means that the chances of demand during lead time exceeding reorder point quantity will be 5% only. The value of B, that is the buffer stock, on the normal curve can be determined using normal distribution table. For 95% service level, the value of B on the curve will be 1.645 into sigma x. Therefore, buffer stock B equal to 1.645 into sigma x and reorder point equal to x bar plus 1.645 into sigma x, that is equal to LD plus 1.645 into sigma x. Let us now consider an example. A company wants to provide 95% service level to its customer. Daily demand follows normal distribution with average daily demand of 20 units and standard deviation of 5 units. The lead time is 4 days. The ordering cost is rupees 10 per order and carrying cost is rupee 1 per unit per year. There is no stock out cost and unfilled demands are made after the items are received. We have to determine the inventory policy for the company. From this problem, we see that the annual demand D is equal to 20 into 365, which is equal to 7300 units, and order cost is equal to root over 2 C3 d by C1, which is equal to 381 units. The expected demand during lead time, which is equal to mu, is equal to D into L, that means this is equal to 80 units. The variance of demand during lead time is sigma square equal to sum of the variances of demand for each day with lead time, that is equal to summation I equal to 1 to 4 sigma I square, which is equal to 100. Therefore, standard deviation of demand during lead time is sigma equal to 10. For 95% service level, the buffer stock B equal to 1.645 sigma, which is equal to 16 units. Therefore, reorder point equal to average demand during lead time plus buffer stock, which is equal to 80 plus 16 equal to 96 units. The reorder level R corresponding to 95% service level can be determined from the following relation: Z equal to R minus mu by sigma, which gives 1.645 equal to I minus mu by sigma, and this gives R equal to 96 units, that is reorder level R equal to 96 units. In this model, we have discussed probabilistic inventory model with uniform demand and no setup cost. We have also established some equivalence relationship with this model and the probabilistic inventory model with instantaneous demand and no setup cost. We have also discussed how to find the buffer stock when the demand is random or lead time is random. With this, we conclude this module as well as this chapter.